Wrong yet, I was saying on the off chance that I can't be a companion, basically let me be your foe. So I'll call it I've had young ladies at my school who were physically attacked and mishandled. When a legend staggers defeatists, sheer nothing feels improved to a quitter than to watch a daring person fall in a skirmish of two amazing characters, a tempest prepared in the amusement world. When news tycoon Oprah Winfrey conflicted head-on with rapper professional Curtis 50 Penny Jackson. It was a conflict that set the force of Oprah's compelling realm in opposition to 50 Penny's proud genuineness and intensity. Yes, I'm discussing Oprah Winfrey and her problematic therapy of people of color in Hollywood individuals of color. To be disheartened in me for putting that out there, I would rather not be disheartened in yourself. Currently, don't get me wrong, Oprah has accomplished a ton in her vocation. And she's done a few extraordinary things, yet with regards to people of color in media outlets, it appears as though she has a twofold norm. And 50 Penny has had enough of this pointless racial radicalism. The quarrel between Oprah Winfrey and 50 Penny previously touched off in 2020, when Oprah declared she would deliver a narrative named on the record, which should light up attack charges against music chief Russell Simmons from a few ladies, protected to say 50 disapproved of unjustifiable claims, and particularly Oprah's association he took to his Instagram to bring up certain realities. I don't have the foggiest idea why Oprah is pursuing individuals of color. No Harvey Weinstein. No Epstein, just Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons. This is his miserable Jackson, composed on Instagram. You see, Oprah has talked with various people of color over the course of the years, frequently zeroing in on their own battles and contentions, and keeping in mind that it's vital to have these discussions. It seems like Oprah has a talent for underscoring the pessimistic viewpoints and propagating generalizations. Assuming we take a comparative model, yet with a white man in the situation who has been blamed for exposition. Could I add this? Is the way Oprah acts perhaps of the most renowned, profound healer on the planet? Seldom converses with anybody on camera, John, assuming God consented to plunk down with me under a mango tree on the grounds of the casa. And what truly gets me is Oprah's book club choices. In the event that you investigate, you'll see that most of the books she advances and features are composed by individuals of color or element, solid female characters. Presently, don't get me wrong, I'm supportive of supporting individuals of color. Yet shouldn't we likewise be commending and advancing crafted by dark male writers? We should not disregard the absence of portrayal with regards to people of color in the movies and programs created by Oprah's organization. Maybe she's more keen on elevating and engaging individuals of color, while sabotaging the accomplishments and commitments of individuals of color in the business that could make sense of why 50 felt went after at her conspicuous dismissal for people of color. So 50 Penny unmitigatedly blamed Oprah for singling out individuals of color, while disregarding the wrongdoing of strong white figures. His post started a huge contention and caused to notice racial elements inside media outlets as the fight raised. 50 Penny kept on condemning Oprah openly. He blamed her for being specific in her activism and focusing on individuals of color unreasonably, while neglecting comparable charges against white people. Oprah, anyway, kept up with her position on bringing issues to light about rape, and kept on supporting the casualties who approached she trusted in utilizing her foundation to give a voice to the individuals who had been hushed for a really long time, and furthermore uncover the Crook sisters. As of late, I had an uncommon chance to plump down with 4 men, generally indicted sex-guilty parties, who will discuss why they do what they do in different meetings and virtual entertainment posts. 50 Penny has communicated his conviction that Oprah Winfrey specifically targets people of color in her narratives and meetings. He contended that she centers around the pessimistic parts of their lives, sustaining generalizations and building up pessimistic stories. Yet before we look at his case and assess whether it holds any legitimacy, it is vital to recognize the impact and effect both 50 Penny and Oprah Winfrey have in their individual fields. Oprah is a notable figure in media outlets, loved for her syndicated program generosity and social impact. There are a few young ladies, looking as I become the principal person of color, to be given a similar honor. Then again, 50 Penny conceived Curtis Jackson Rose to unmistakable quality as a rapper, and has since expanded his vocation as an entertainer maker and money manager throughout the long term there have. Then a few examples where the ways of 50 Penny and Oprah have crossed, prompting public conflicts and conflicts. These struggles frequently worked out via web-based entertainment stages. And during interviews producing critical consideration and hypothesis, she was totally against all that was in my music. Jackson told The Gatekeeper, "So she ain't never going to have me on that show. I'm never going to arrive at that stage," which is affirmation of you being a tremendous achievement. So I just said okay on the off chance that we can't be companions. Then basically, how about we be adversaries? Another comparative occasion that attracted huge consideration was Oprah's contribution, The Disputable Narrative Leaving Neverland, which investigated claims of sexual maltreatment. Against Michael Jackson, 50 Penny rushed to speak loudly here too. He censured Oprah for her job, recommending that she rush to accept the informers without providing Jackson with the assumption of guiltlessness. A few fans appear to concur with 50 on this. One of the fans remarked, "Remember, Michael was found not guilty." To fans to the side, even VIPs, have not wandered far away from this theme in the exceptional name Sticks and Stones. Chappelle tended to different subjects, including the Hashmi pre-development drop culture and the activities of noticeable VIPs. And you got it, Oprah, being an extremely energetic, common liberties speaker and social laborer, got her 5 seconds of distinction in Chappelle's show. When a legend staggers or the defeatists celebrate, nothing feels improved to a defeatist than to watch a valiant person fall. Oprah Winnie Dave Chappelle, during a parody routine, expressed, "I know folks that are serving time for violations they totally perpetrated, yet they're not blamed for everything on the planet." On the off chance that Oprah appeared at your entryway with an old television guide with your name composed on it, Mother Shook Chappelle's comment about Oprah Winfrey, corresponding to the The Me Too development, was met with blended responses. Some considered it to be an evaluate of Oprah's supposed propensity to connect herself with high-profile cases and enhance public examination, while others saw it as a mocking critique on the way of life of allegations. Yet one thing merited lauding: his remark lighted an intense conversation among the two his fans and pundits, and adulated his capacity to address questionable themes through satire, underscoring the significance of free discourse. Like this fan, who composed, "I have kept up with that. Dave Chappelle isn't a comic, he's a dauntless truth-teller that simply ends up having an extraordinary awareness of what's actually funny," while others blamed him for minimizing the difficult issues raised by the Me Too development and unjustifiably focusing on Oprah, now significant Chappelle's parody, frequently difficulties the tried and true way of thinking, and pushes limits, deliberately starting exchange and reflection. Simultaneously, his words shout trustworthiness, very much like 50 Penny. And assuming we save Me Too to the side briefly, we actually have lots of occurrences where Oprah and 50 didn't completely appreciate both perspectives. The essential disputed matters between 50 Penny and Oprah originates from her analysis of specific parts of hip jump culture. Oprah has been vocal about her interests in regards to the misanthropic and brutal subjects predominant in some rap verses. She has devoted episodes of her television show to talk about the effect of such music on society. 50 Penny, as a conspicuous figure in the hip bounce industry, resented Oprah's speculations and communicated his conflict. You examined your sentiments on the way of life, definitely, and on the rap culture, on rap music. And all that was off with the way of life was on my CD. He further said they are sexist. Yet the world isn't under similar conditions. I'm a craftsman. For what reason am I restricted to what you feel ought to be said in film and TV? They will show workmanship that emulates life. Are you not mindful of those circumstances occurring? He contended that she unjustifiably designated rap music, neglecting to perceive the class variety and its true capacity for narrating and social editorial. Yet clearly Oprah didn't stop with her trickeries. And neither did 50, or we wouldn't banter about it. Today, one more wellspring of pressure between 50 Penny and Oprah rotates around charges of deception. The two people have blamed each other for introducing twisted accounts or specifically featuring specific parts of their lives and professions. Yet that is normal in each VIP competition. Notwithstanding the warm trades, there have been endeavors at compromise among Oprah and 50 Penny in February 2021, during a meeting with Oprah's dearest companion. Gaylord 50 Penny communicated a craving to determine the contention and push ahead, so 50 chose to be the greater individual and resembled totally. I believe it's essential to have transparent discussions. We may not settle on everything, except settling on something worth agreeing on is fundamental, albeit these assertions offered a good omen for compromise. There hasn't been any open declaration of the fight being set out to date. And the crowd presently can't seem to choose whether this continuous Oprah versus 50 dramatization is excessively engaging to expect a compromise. And keeping in mind that their conflicts have created titles, it is essential to move toward the subject with subtlety and perceive the more extensive setting of their vocations and individual convictions. That is all there is to it for now, people. Until next time, farewell.